Open up the meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll have roll call.
Dan Pillow. Jennifer Wiehe.
Here.
Kathy Byess.
Here.
Ann Pillow.
Here.
Al Glick.
Here.
Pam Jackson.
Here. Start with the clerk's report.
You received minutes from the May 20th meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from May 20th.
I'll second the motion. Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Kathy Byess. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yes.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And you have minutes from the special council meeting on May the 28th.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from May 28th.
I'll second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Jennifer Wiehe. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
You have pay ordinance 6A. This is for biweekly payroll, which was paid on May 31st. Disbursed from the general fund was $13,779.95. From the sewer fund, $1,476. From the water fund, $1,476, for a combined total of $16,731.95.
I'll make a motion to accept 6A 2024.
I'll second. Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Ann Pillow. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
You have pay ordinance 6B. Again, this is for a biweekly payroll that was paid on June 6th, 2024. Dispersed from the general fund, $15,058.14. From the sewer fund, $1,476. From the We Thrive fund, $1,573.92. From the water fund, $499.60. For a combined total of $18,607.66.
I'll make a motion to accept 6B 2024.
I'll second the motion. Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Kathy Byess. Is there any discussion?
Yeah. I mean, I just, the only thing I don't understand is they're getting their 8-hour holiday pay and working the holiday for double time. And I mean, I don't get why they keep doing that if they can't work a weekend shift. And I mean, to cover that Monday being a holiday, I don't, pretty mismanagement by the chief, in my opinion. But, I mean, it seems like there's a lot of overtime going in and a lot of holiday pay and a lot of overtime going in, and we're paying out the village. I mean, if we're saying we ain't got no money here, we ain't got no money there, I mean, this can't keep happening, and we just keep paying it. Doesn't make no sense to me. I mean, you're still working and you're still getting paid for it, and I mean, I don't know why they couldn't work a Saturday instead of that Monday, but I mean,
Well, in my personal opinion here, we have 5 officers, all right? We're supposed to have 24/7 coverage. We don't even cover all that. And when a shift falls on a holiday, it falls on the holiday. Just like with security or anything else, you work the shift that you have, regardless what day it falls.
I mean, they've got a lot of weekend hours, I see that, where I guess they work their week drive event, I guess, too, so I don't understand that.
No, there was no, on this past pay period, there was nothing submitted for overtime for We Thrive from any of the police officers.
Oh, because that says
They volunteered
weekend
that day.
coverage.
Weekend coverage is what was put on the sheet by the one officer. And if you look back through the pay ordinances you've been receiving, it's been turned in every pay period. It says weekend coverage. But it had nothing to do with our We Thrive. They didn't. On this pay period, I haven't got the time cards, you know, for the moving forward, because it will be next week that I get those.
I'm sure it'll be
So,
on there.
okay, I just want to understand what Margaret just said. Margaret, the police are doing overtime on the weekend to fill the shift, or is that what you're seeing?
The one officer, when I received the shift, the sheet, the way it's written, it says weekend coverage.
That was probably for the strongman contest.
It's been like that every pay period for the last couple of months on the one officer.
16 hours overtime weekend coverage on this one. That's why I was just looking at that.
We kind of kicked this around quite a bit, and it kind of, to me, needs some committee, somebody to kind of see what we actually can do, need to do, to see what council wants. I don't think it's clear to the police department, and certainly I have, I don't always know exactly what's going on, but I think this is something that if council, you know, that's something that council really needs to, whatever the appropriate body needs to do is to sit down and go through some of these pay slips and see what the alternatives are. I don't know who that particular body is, whether it's police, finance, or the combination thereof, but we just,
Well, I mean, we keep saying that we ain't got no money, we're broke, we ain't got no money, but we're paying all
Well,
this
and that's the
overtime.
case, why do we have a police department at all then?
I agree with that.
See, there it is.
so.
I just know from my experience, I've seen, you see them around a lot more, and especially down where I live at, the traffic has slowed down there. So with the officers being more present in the village. So, and you gotta pick your battles. Do you want all the crime and stuff going on, or the overtime?
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think the whole picture,
Keep saying
personally, I think
we're
the whole
going broke,
picture
we
needs to
ain't
be
got no
looked
money.
at. That's just my,
I just don't think it's feasible that you don't have overtime for certain things. I mean, I just,
yeah, and that would be a part of it. Kathy, you're right. Just saying, hey, what do we want overtime for and what we don't?
I mean,
I think the residents in Addyston deserve 24-hour police coverage. That's how I feel.
but I mean, we need to definitely hire some more part-time officers to fill in
But nobody
the
wants
overtime
part-time,
stuff.
that's just it.
We have one.
We got one part-time officer and that's it.
I don't know.
So do the residents
Yeah,
go
road
without
goodness.
police coverage on the weekends because we don't have anybody to cover the village?
Yeah, I don't think it's about going broke, it's trying to, if we're gonna put all this money into overtime for this, we gotta cut something else out. I agree we need police protection, but we never do that. All of our officers, they've never worked every holiday, our full-time or whatever.
That's because we only ever had one.
Yeah, but they didn't work it. So that's a problem. Now they are working it. So we need to figure out, is the funds there or is it not there? I mean, we're gonna have to take it from somewhere else. I mean, it's the bottom line. There's two other people on finance with me. It's not just me. But
Maybe the finance committee is the one that should take it back, because honestly, if you can't afford a police department, all right, I mean, you're gonna have to pay, either way we go, we're gonna have to pay Hamilton County
Hamilton
more
County more
ourselves.
money.
So you have to decide what is it? What is it we're actually gonna do? We're gonna cover, we're not gonna cover?
So on the weekends, if we don't have our officers covering, we're gonna have to pay Hamilton County to cover the weekends then, at that
Well,
point?
that's what we're trying to get away from.
I know,
That's
but
why
I'm
we
just
got-
saying if we
yeah.
cut out,
No, not for coverage. I
Oh,
mean,
it's not.
well, basically the thing is they're required to come to our calls regardless.
right,
Because I mean, we do pay our taxes come out
Right.
for them too. But now if they so-called patrol our streets, like they were doing for free for a while,
then we would have to pay.
supposedly, then we would.
Okay.
I mean, some of it, I just don't see if they can't work a Saturday, they can't work a Sunday, but they can work a holiday. I don't
So
get,
then who would cover it on the holiday? We wouldn't have anybody.
by the same as we don't have nobody half the time on Saturday or Sunday. You got one shift covered, that's it.
And if the holiday falls on a weekend, so I mean, what's the difference, covered or not?
The majority don't fall on the weekend, the majority don't, but there are some.
So if their schedule's Monday through Friday and a holiday falls Monday through Friday, they're not supposed to work that? That's what the council's saying, or they want them to take that day off?
Yep.
So then we won't have any coverage for that day?
Sometimes we don't even have coverage on the weekend. I mean, they're like, you can't work the one weekend day and then work your regular, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know what the solution is, but it seems like there's a lot of overtime going out. And if we're saying we ain't got no money, I mean, it's overtime this, overtime that, overtime this, and overtime that, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're out of money considering all the things we're deciding on doing.
So I keep hearing, we don't have no money.
Can it go to a committee or something to look at it so we can move on?
Move on, right. You're not gonna solve that right here. Finance, pull that back in again.
Sure can.
All right, any further discussion?
I think maybe along with Finance, Police Committee needs to look at it as well. Maybe we should have a joint meeting to discuss it.
I'm on both committees. I'll be there anyway.
I would agree, but
We need a motion for that?
Well, we're in the middle of
Oh, okay.
the
thank you.
pay ordinance
Okay.
itself.
Thank you.
It's been moved in second, we just need
They
to
just
vote.
need to pick a date and do it.
And then you can enter into another motion for
All
that.
right.
I'm good.
Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
nay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay,
What was it?
yay. They've already worked it, that's why I don't have this one.
You have pay ordinance 6C, this is for monthly salaries. General fund, $8,205.23 for the water fund, $1,258.82 for a combined total of $9,464.05.
I'll make a motion to approve 6C 2024.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe, Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And you have 6D, this is for accounts payable. From the general fund, $5,097.76. State highway fund, $233.21. Water fund, $265. From the We Thrive Fund, $4,420.75 for a combined total of $10,016.72.
I'll make a motion to approve 6D 2024.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussions? No discussions, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Okay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And you have 6E for accounts payable, all dispersed from the general fund, $24,132.03.
I'm gonna go ahead and approve 6E.
I'll second it.
Motion by Al Glick, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Okay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
We have 6F again for accounts payable from the general fund, $33,678.58. From the state highway fund, $255.62, for a combined total of $33,934.20.
I'll make a motion to approve 6F.
I'll second it.
Motion by Al Glick, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
You received a copy of the May bank reconciliation. This is the UAN report along with the PNC report. Prior balance was $251,581.59. Receipts, $126,481.43. Payments, $138,994.86 with a 6 cents adjustment. Current balance is $239,068.22. There was a check that was deposited, or cash that was voided in my system, but Axion from the cameras went ahead and made the payment. That leaves us a total balance of, with an adjustment of $233,711.44. And my books are balanced to all summaries of funds, which is attached to the report.
I'll make a motion to accept the bank reconciliation and documents accounting.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Is the Axion cameras, is that the police?
Yes,
cameras?
that's the police cameras. They called me and told me that they weren't going to cash it, to wait until they invoiced because it was processed so late for us to accept their bid. And then they turned around 2 weeks later and cashed it after I voided it. But that's what it was.
Thank you.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe, Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have two mayor's courts. You have the one that was in your packet, which was dated June the 4th, 2024. Collected was, to the city was $6,146. Sent into the state rotary fee was $101,997.50. And to the indigent driver alcohol treatment fund, $79.50, for a total revenue of $8,223, submitted by Mear.
Make a motion, we accept the mayor's report for May.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Have you had time to look at the one that was in front of you when you come in, or do you want to do that at the next meeting?
What was that?
There,
There's two of them.
Aaron had put a June the 17th report in front of you. I can read it. You've got a copy of it.
It was separate,
Money,
sitting out.
it was laying in front of you when you come in tonight.
It's the same as what you printed out.
Oh,
They're
okay.
identical.
Okay, well, I didn't know what she did was she gave me the one with it, and then the date's different. So, sorry about that.
Okay, so we're done with the mayor.
Yeah, we're done with mayor stuff. Okay, we're moving on to the Addyston Board of Public Affairs June meeting minutes. The documents from there, they're May 13th minutes. Their financial report for monies collected in April, or from April during the month of May, and their pay ordinance is attached to it.
Mayor,
Yeah.
there, while we're waiting on somebody to approve this, they were awarded $10,000 equipment grant. Do you know exactly what they were purchasing?
I have it on a list, yeah. And that was supposed to come back to this meeting.
Okay.
Yep, thanks, I forgot something. Yeah, there's an equipment list. This is something that was applied for well over a year ago, and they just approved it.
Yeah, okay. They,
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did report it at last meeting.
again, what were they, do you know what they were going to?
I don't know, they're going to go back and check with the list because there's an item, possibly or two, that they have already purchased since then because of it being over a year.
Yeah,
So look for what we don't have, and we just have to stay within the confines of what they'll let us purchase.
sure. Thank you.
Are you going to concur on this?
Well, I have a question on it, so I don't really want to make the motion. I just want to, there's some questions I have on here.
Because this first sheet's a draft, so are we talking
Yeah,
about the
it
draft?
would be the May minutes,
The May minutes. that
Okay.
would
the collection report, and their pay sheet. The June minutes, they would approve at their next meeting and come back to you your following meeting.
So I haven't got an updated list on those equipments yet since that last meeting.
So, somebody got questions on it?
I do on the May 13th about the delinquent accounts minutes. About how they can possibly do this, as a question for Bob. How can you let past due holders pay a portion of, waive part of their delinquent bill when everybody else pays their bills? How can the water board do that?
Unless there was a problem with the meter.
That'll be this section here.
And they say case by case basis.
Yeah.
Is that actually
No.
happening now?
It's already did.
Hmm.
Looks to be, it's practice. Kind of sounds that way.
Mhm.
In other words, the bill is what the bill is.
Yes.
You can space out the payments
Right.
for them, but you can't forgive the payments.
So they're saying they're forgiving.
They're forgiving it. That's what it says.
Because the payments are set by council.
Right.
They don't have the authority to
That's what.
override council.
That's interesting, okay.
So therefore, I don't want to approve this. for that reason. That's why I don't want to make the motion. So we're gonna have
I
to,
think what you probably need to do is get the water board to a council meeting.
right. This is a problem.
Those are always fun.
I always have it on my days I work.
I think we should just have a special meeting with them
Yeah.
again, since they're new, and so that way we're all on the same page on everything.
Yeah.
I just want to table this, council. And then I can get with the board and ask for a meeting date. Possibly we can all do that, if that's okay with council.
Yeah, we have to do something.
Does somebody want to make a motion to have a joint meeting?
I'll make a motion to have a joint meeting with the water board.
I'll second.
I really think you need to find out how many of them were cut or
Yeah,
reduced.
It doesn't even say, does it?
And if none have been reduced so far, I would notify the water board to stop. And if they have reduced some already, I would notify the property owners that the water board exceeded their authority.
yeah. This is, yeah.
They can recover it on future bills.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would just have to add it to their future bills.
Yeah, they can spread it out,
Because
but they have to collect
But
what
don't,
council says the charge is.
I thought they already had something, if I recall, already in place for delinquencies, what they did for people. Guess we need to look at that too.
You mean the
Like a payment
board
plan?
previously?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought-
they certainly
I
had
thought so.
they had a good plan in place that was working, it appeared to be.
But
That
wasn't-
people didn't get that far
Right.
out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand people get in situations and, you know, they need help, I get that. But to forgive one, no, we can't do that.
So is there no motion to hold?
So is there a motion to continue with, just maybe tabling this? The report?
Yes. Was there a motion on the floor?
I don't think
Pam made a
so.
motion.
Pam made a motion, I second.
Joint meeting.
She made a motion to hold a joint meeting. Okay, let's
Yes.
finish that up first.
Right.
And if everybody's good with that, we'll have a joint meeting with them.
Dan seconded.
Okay,
Right.
go
And then we
ahead.
had
Call for the
discussion.
vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Okay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And I just made a note here, documents on hold.
Right. So when do we want to schedule this meeting?
That'll be the next.
When's their next water board?
Their next water board meeting would be the second Monday in July,
And our-
which would
Ours is the
be,
third.
the 8th.
Which you really should do that before then, because then you're looking at a
Yeah.
whole new billing cycle.
Right. So it would have to be one day this week or one day next week, because we're the 17th, we're in the third week in, well, this month.
What about the 24th? You might as well.
The 27th.
24th next Monday, is that time enough to let them know?
I think that would be fine with me.
Yeah, as long as it's done before that billing cycle.
Yeah.
What time?
24.
What time are we gonna have it?
Whatever works for me.
Regular time,
7.
good.
Is everybody available?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good with earlier, no doubt, but
I'm available after 5:30. The solicitor should be there.
yes.
Yeah.
7 PM, your regular time.
I'm off that day, so I'm open.
The 24th.
Is that good with everybody, Monday, the 24th at 7 PM?
Works for me.
Yeah.
think all the other stuff I have is what Bob needs to cover.
Oh, okay.
I'm done with my
You're
stuff.
done? Okay. All right, council, there are just a couple things I want to go and talk about this evening. The one we had Saturday where Crossroads hosted a community picnic down at the lawn outside the firehouse, and they also worked around the village. They did some landscaping, cleaning up for Miss Green as well, and served picnic down there. I wish I could have seen more citizens. But it went really well. They also did a lot of cleaning in the firehouse, washing things up, just sort of in the prep work, and
Can you take one and pass them down?
hoping to be able to move forward with getting a community hub together and working with council. I wasn't sure, like, they actually wanted to take out the carpet, do some other things, and get started on sort of sprucing this place up. But I had them stop because I said I need to speak with council first. I know we agreed to work with Jacket Cares and also the Crossroads and making this a community hub. So I just want to know where council is on that, because they did say, when I first asked you about redoing the bathrooms and things like that. Is that still okay with council? And also, Bob, we would have to have something, I'm sure, just either an ordinance or resolution, I'm not sure which one, but sort of as an agreement that this is to be used as a community hub, and that any changes or whatever they're doing, they just need to put it in a list to give the council for approval. If that's what council wishes to do with that, or how you want to handle that, council.
Yeah. I agree with it. You know, I know they were gonna put a little money in themselves. They were saying like $5,000 or something, and we was gonna look into grants. Remember, we all talked about it before.
You applied for a Hamilton County block grant that
We
you
did.
won't know anything
Right.
until probably into summer.
Yeah, I mean, just to get it up and going, I mean, to get it cleaned up in there, I mean, that's,
And that's what they spent Saturday doing. They did cleaning. They didn't do, and they did do some paint scraping in one of the bathrooms, because, well, the paint chips off every day
I
anyway.
mean, the old nasty carpet in there could be ripped out and all that stuff too, so it's, they're planning on putting a little money into it just to try to fix it up, just to get it going sooner than later, from what I've seen anyway. I remember we talked about that.
Yeah. As the mayor mentioned, we have to have some documentation as to how this agreement is going to go between us. I mean, yeah, we agreed in principle to say, yeah, we want it, we think it's a great idea, but I think there has to be some details in there,
Sure.
you know, that Bob can help us with.
Yeah, they're making major changes, yeah, you know what I mean, but like the painting and stuff like that, and the ripping the carpet out, stuff like that, just to get it ready. I mean, Bob can write up and, you know,
Yeah,
agreement
they
with
already
them.
bought a new storm door for the front too, to put on. They just didn't do it
I
Saturday.
think they're just wanting to try to get started sooner or later, you know what I mean, sooner than later.
And I agree
We
with,
need
I
something written
mean,
up with Bob first.
I'm happy for that, for them to get started. It's more important that we have a legal binding document before we get too involved, you know.
How would you suggest that we write that up? Because
I
it's not
think-
like we're turning over any kind of ownership, we own it.
Right, we own it, but then it becomes a matter of their use of it. And
Yeah,
then when are they gonna use it, and who's gonna regulate the use of it? And are other organizations gonna be permitted to use it, et cetera? And I really think what we should do is get an in-person meeting with them, figure out what they're going to do, and then get something reduced to writing and submit it to council. Say, if you're meeting next Monday, I can meet them Thursday or Friday, or I'll even meet them Saturday.
so we can work out some details on that.
Right, and so it can come back to council, so that council can make a decision on what they want to do. And if we've got to tweak it or whatever, you can do it Monday night and figure out what you want. Because if you just say, yeah, you can use it, then the next thing they're going to be saying is, well, we put $5,000 in there, and now you told us to get the hell out.
Well, that should be at our discretion regardless.
Right, but
That
it-
should be in the wording.
It would be more like lease though, wouldn't it?
Well, in other words, it really becomes an issue of, do you want to lease it out, or do you want to issue permits to use it? Which would, if you issue permits, then council has the ability to review what it's being used for.
Yeah. I really think the concept is good, just working out the details with them. And I also think that we should consider reaching out to the other church entities within the community, because if they say, oh, this particular church is doing that, we weren't asked to be a part of it. I don't
They
know.
asked us, didn't they?
Yeah, they asked us.
They asked us, we didn't ask them.
Yeah, that's good, but now.
Well, see,
now
that's
the
just the thing,
question's
though, they
there, we
didn't want to
need
be the only
take a
one
look
to
at
use it, because they
I'm sorry.
said themselves, this is to open this up for a
Mhm.
community hub. It didn't mean just for them, other area churches, maybe if a business wants to give out food to the community,
Mhm.
they say, hey, I want to do this.
Mhm.
This is our community center, but they would like to use it as a hub. So in
Sure.
other words,
Sure.
we still dictate what goes on, no matter what.
Yeah. I
And
have
it
no-
doesn't mean that we can't let other churches and organizations
Yeah,
utilize the space.
Just so all that's clear,
Yeah.
and the other churches know about it, or other organizations even, not just churches. Just as a part of that discussion.
All right, well, I will get with you then.
Okay. I mean, Thursday,
further-
Friday, or
Before
Saturday?
that, yeah, before that. Okay, sounds good to me. The other thing I want to discuss is I did meet with the engineers on Friday about the excessive water coming down off the hill and the deer run thing. They're still getting together with me about the details on exactly what's going on there, but there is some issues, some big issues. And also that puts us in a good place to get Main Street from Dining all the way down through, because there's some issues with our drainage through there. And now that we have Duke busting into the road, we score even higher for that. And we're up for an OPWC this year to get from there all the way down. And this should put us right up top
Great.
with the drainage problems and everything else. He said because one of the reasons going down through there, they looked at it thoroughly again, is that it's not adequate enough when you get toward the street. So it seems as though the grate is clogged or the pipe's clogged, but it's not, it's pulling. It can't handle the amount that they're focusing down in that area. And he said those basins we have just aren't equipped enough to hold the water that's coming down, even if it just holds it to keep going. So that's just what he touched on a little bit. He said he would give me more details this week, along with pictures, and also getting with MSD to scope it all the way down. So
What they say,
they'll have
like-
more than,
Put bigger basins in,
oh
is
yeah,
that what they're saying? Put much bigger basins.
because of
in.
what's coming down from that direction, yes. So we have to move on that one, and I'd say probably 9 out of 10 we'll get that grant this time around. So from Dining all the way down to the end, it would start getting redone. Hopefully we can start with that this year.
Is that Main Street?
Yes. That's where the worst one's at.
I'm telling you, First Street is in rough shape.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
But I mean, from what we've seen up top, that's actually the worst. But however, the other one's been holding out better than the one there.
on where it comes down by the gentleman's home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That both ends pretty bad.
So, yeah, they looked at all of them, not just one. This was about all of it. All right, and I think that's all on that I have right now, other than, yeah.
I do have a video of that Gary O'Connor did.
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable when you look at it, especially like First Street and the water coming down. Now, obviously, he took a picture by the drainage area coming down by his house. I've been up to see the one up on Main Street, and it's just like, something's gotta be done to hold the debris back first, so something will let the water
Can you believe
through.
there's a retaining wall up above, it's 52 Main?
52.
The one that's behind that dude's house. They've got a retaining wall stuff.
Oh, that little one there?
Yeah. No, I'm talking up in Deer Run,
Way
they
up
put a
in the-
retaining wall up there.
Right.
Okay, so that's why I was
Yeah, I
like,
mean, when you go up there, it
Yeah.
is like, it's like the drainage is unbelievable. Yeah.
well, considering there's some new things I've seen since the last time I trucked up there. So, yeah, but I would rather them give you the full report on the next direction, but in the meantime, this week, my goal is to also call Addyston and have them scope it out.
Sounds good.
And the earthworks technician. Other than that, the events committee needs to meet as soon as possible. That's all I have for now, Bob.
I have an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into a funding agreement between the Board of County Commissioners, Hamilton County, Ohio, and the Village of Addyston to administer a 2024 small event grant.
Which one was it?
The small event
Okay.
grant.
Okay, I'll make a motion to suspend the rules and read it by title only 3 times and declare an emergency.
No second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussions?
Have we heard any more?
You know, I wish I could tell you guys a yes for sure. I truly wish I could tell you yes for sure. I think she just wants to get this done, and so if I hear within it next week, whatever, that we're ready to sign this paperwork.
They can send that fishing pole out there.
Yeah, that's-
Hey, we might, hey, maybe.
So basically, this is just preemptive so that way we can go ahead and sign the contracts with them to accept that.
It's like, here we go again.
Hurry up 3/4 of the way a year, but you gotta use it this year.
I wish they would have never done it that way.
Yeah, but that ain't what this one is. This one here is for the,
That grant,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
That's the stipulations on that grant is we have to use it within the same year.
oh, I thought Al was talking about the other one that was mentioned the last meeting. Yeah, I know it's for this year.
Yeah,
I
that one
realize
is.
that.
I was like, oh man.
Because we won't get the money back until next year.
Okay, another
That's another
motion
one.
out there, any other
He's
questions?
second, yeah. We're good.
Okay,
Yeah, real.
call for the
Oh,
vote.
boy.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
I think we're all.
Jennifer
thinking the same
Wiehe.
thing,
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay. Yay.
First reading, an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into a funding agreement between the Board of County Commissioners, Hamilton County, Ohio, and the Village of Addyston to administer a 2024 small event grant. Second reading, an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into a funding agreement between the Board of County Commissioners, Hamilton County, Ohio, and the Village of Addyston to administer a 2024 small event grant. Third reading, an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into a funding agreement between the Board of County Commissioners, Hamilton County, Ohio, and the Village of Addyston to administer a 2024 small event grant.
I'll make a motion to adopt as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
We're ready.
Dan,
We're ready.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson. This
Yay.
will be number 9.
I have an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to sign an event engagement contract with the Cincinnati Circus Company.
Which one in the pile?
You don't have that one?
Yeah. Okay.
I make a motion to suspend the rules, read the ordinance 3 times by title only, and declare it an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Jennifer Wiehe, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow.
Just a minute, Mark.
Oh,
I didn't see this one. I lost it somewhere. Okay, great. Yay. Did you ask for discussion first? My first.
I did.
Okay, I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. How about the cost of that? Do we know yet? I didn't. Is there a cost on there?
Yes, it's,
There is?
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
the
thank you. I didn't have
5,000.
that.
I responded to your email this morning and
Yes.
said that, and I sent you a copy of the minutes that they approved that
I
back.
have all that. All I
Okay.
needed to make sure was there was a
Yeah.
cost associated in that particular one that I didn't have. Thank you.
Okay, we ready for that?
Yep.
Okay, Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
yay.
First reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to sign an event engagement contract with the Cincinnati Circus Company. Second reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to sign an event engagement contract with the Cincinnati Circus Company. Third reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to sign an event engagement contract with the Cincinnati Circus Company.
I'll make a motion to adopt as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson. This
Yay.
will be number 10.
The next ordinance is an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to sign an agreement with Event Enterprises Company for a stage on July 19th and July 20th, 2024 for Music in the Park event. It says July 20th, but it's for 2 days, actually. I'll send the correct one to you, Margaret.
Okay.
That's a stage.
This is,
Yeah, it's just the stage.
Yeah, it's for the stage.
I put up in front of all you guys earlier. That will be the one we're using. Just missed the first one.
So I have a question, does this stage stay over there, or is it moved over at the park? Are you able to remove it from the park?
Oh, yeah,
We
yeah.
are in 2 days.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know,
no, I
every
mean-
2 days.
It's
Are we gonna
rental.
have somebody, you know, the kids might tear it up? You know how it is. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering.
It's a 2-day rental on it.
We'll have somebody.
Yeah, because you know it's gonna be,
If you don't see them driving around, they're probably gonna be down there.
somebody's going to camp down there.
Exactly.
That was all the paperwork that I give you guys earlier.
Okay. The little vandals.
It's basically the same thing we had last year, but you don't have the metal structure over the top.
But these kids have
Same
been
height.
busy this summer so far.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Yeah.
You're not kidding them, man.
I'll make a motion to read it by title only 3 times and declare an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe, Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
First reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to sign an agreement with Event Enterprises Company for a stage on July 19th and July 20th, 2024 Music in the Park event. Second reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to sign an agreement with Event Enterprises Company for a stage on July 19th and July 20th, 2024 Music in the Park event. Third reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to sign an agreement with Event Enterprises Company for a stage on July 19th and July 20th, 24 Music in the Park event.
I'll make a motion to approve as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pamela, second by Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
This will be number 11.
I have a ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to hire Templin Road Band for performance on July 20th, 24 Music in the Park event.
I'll make a motion to read it by title only 3 times and declare it an emergency.
I'll second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Give me just a second. Get my paperwork
I know
in
where
order.
the lights are and everything.
Yep, hand it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
First reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to hire Templin Road Band for performance on July 20th, 2024 Music in the Park event. Second reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to hire Templin Road Band for performance on July 20th, 2024 Music in the Park event. Third reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to hire Templin Road Band for performance on July 20th, 24 Music in the Park event.
I'll make a motion to adopt as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
This will be number 12.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to hire All Messed Up Band for the performance on July 19th, 2024 Music in the Park event.
I make a motion to suspend the rules, read the ordinance 3 times by title only, and declare it an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Jennifer Wiehe, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion?
Yeah, these guys are gonna open up both days, that Friday from 3 to 5:30, and Saturday from 3 to 5:30.
Is that all messed up or is it
It's all
tailor made?
It's all messed up, but they're gonna do both days.
Oh, that's for
Okay.
both days?
It's each day's, that amount for each day.
Dan, you have them.
And is that the same for Taylor Made?
Well, no, Taylor Made is doing, Friday.
So that is the 19th.
The 19th, All Messed Up's gonna open for Taylor Made, then they're gonna open up for, Templin Road. So we got music early in the day, but if not, we're not gonna have nothing.
Is there any more copies? Dan don't have any.
There we go.
These were got today.
Now, it's my understanding All Messed Up is gonna open one day,
Both days.
2 days?
Yeah.
So that would be,
The way you say
Sorry about that, Bob, but
it's okay.
because I seen where you had it on there for 100 days,
I'll change
make
it.
sure
19th and
for
20th.
each day.
So their fee's gonna be changed too,
it's
right?
gonna be 600.
600 instead of 3.
Right.
Well, it's divided basically,
Yeah, for each day divided.
3 for each night.
I thought it was pretty good.
6 total.
Council, I just didn't have all the information when I sent it to Bob, so.
I'll send over corrected.
I'm confused.
Okay, so mess up is for the 2 days. So let's just stay on
Stuff is
that.
messed up.
Yeah,
Jennifer, would you like your motion to reflect the change?
The change, yes, please.
Okay. You still second that? All right.
Okay. They may not have got to me. I just don't have either one of those, tailor-made or all
You got
messed
some
up.
extra copies in your stack, Bob.
I had extra ones.
Here, I got it.
Thank you, Cole.
She's got some.
There's extra copies of names.
All messed up.
Messed it all.
Well, it got all messed up, didn't it?
Sure was messed up. We'll check, let you know what's going on.
Was it in your package, Margret?
I put them in all the packets this afternoon when I made copies, because I got those like
Okay, thank
later.
you. I just had my own printed, that's why I didn't have it.
Yeah, it was in the packet that I did for everybody this evening, Dan, but,
Thank you.
okay, so, we ready for the vote, or is Dan looking at it?
Remember where we had that.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor to suspend the rules by Jennifer Wiehe with the amendment the 1920 for $600 for all messed up, seconded by Pam. Are we
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, any further discussion?
Back on track.
Okay, call for the vote.
Yeah.
Dan Pillow.
No, I actually have some. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about any of these bands, and it would have been nice for somebody to say who they are, what they do, you know, what kind of music they play. I have no idea about either one.
They kind of play, they're all over the place. They're all
You play
messed up.
every
put it this way.
genre,
Yeah.
everything.
They'll play Southern rock, they'll play country, they'll play jazz. And so they're all over the place. That's why
Play
they're
rap?
named all messed up. I don't know if they can do any rap.
I don't know if we need it now.
I don't know. I can get Daryl up there, he can do the rap parts.
Oh, wow.
Victoria, but it doesn't more.
Okay,
As long as it's the written.
yeah.
Back in the 80s rap didn't, this rap.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of nice. And Al's not that I don't appreciate.
No.
If you were under the gun to try to find some people.
I was just getting ready to say the same thing. I was kind of under the gun to get somebody
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
Still don't know.
right now, if we're at a point where we're
Yeah,
like,
but if it had been a discussion with everybody, we may have been able to come up with something. But I appreciate the work.
yeah, it was, a lot of them all booked up and you're like, you're not gonna get nobody. You're either gonna get somebody that's starting out as garbage or you're gonna get somebody that's really good and we can't afford right now.
I hear
There ain't no happy medium bands no more out there. And they
Yeah,
all want the money.
yeah, oh, yeah,
Big
I fully
And
understand.
most of them, they're booked throughout the whole year. So for us to try to get a couple bands in there, that was tough.
Mhm.
Naked Karate Girls, they're gone. They're gone for the
They're all
year.
over the place.
They're gone for the year.
Yeah,
That's fine.
they pull
Yeah.
up quick.
Unless
We
we
don't-
want,
we
unless
don't
we
even
want
know.
freezing cold.
We don't even know if we're gonna have the money from the small event grant. That's what the bad part is. I mean, we don't know nothing, so we're waiting halfway throughout the year to try to get something. And we're missing decent bands because we don't know if we're gonna get that small event.
But we did put money in the budget for this
Right.
from last time.
Yeah, but not
From the
like,
county.
right, but not as, like the big band we
Not that
could've
much.
got, you know what I mean? If
I
we'd
know,
have,
but
if we'd have
there's something.
known, once we book them, they get paid, whether we have the money or not, they're getting paid.
And
So, there's a lot of work to get
I
something
understand
together at a
that,
time.
and I appreciate that. Both of them the same, play the same type music?
Yeah.
The last two bands? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They play in a lot of benefits and a lot of,
Yeah.
like festivals and stuff like that, so.
Yeah.
And they was available on that date. With a lot of them, I talked to others.
That's
Mhm.
what we're up against.
Okay, that's my discussion, Mayor.
All right, call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yeah.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
First reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to hire All Messed Up Band for performances on July 19th, 2024 and July 20th, 2024 Music in the Park event. Second reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to hire All Messed Up Band for performance on July 19th, 2024 and July 20th, 2024 Music in the Park event. Third reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to hire All Messed Up Band for performance on July 19th, 2024 and July 20th, 2024 Music in the Park event.
I'll make a motion to adopt as read.
I'll second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson. This will
Yay.
be number 13. Now, is there any changes to this tailor-made?
Nope, that'll,
No, that's backwards.
no.
They're only playing one night.
I have a
Yeah,
discussion.
only plan on one thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Okay.
Taylor Made's only playing one night?
Yeah.
They're only on the 20th.
And how much are they?
Or no, they're the 19th, I'm
Yeah, hold
sorry.
on.
Sorry about that, the
So
19th.
19th, this one's correct.
Except
it's
for,
not.
no.
No, it's not correct.
It says the
They got
19th
both
and the
dates.
20th.
They're reversed, that's what they did with
Yeah.
the other one and this one.
They're on the 19th, so the,
Just the 19th.
yeah,
Take the 20th.
How much are they?
Then how much are they?
800,
That's right.
and that's for the 19th.
That wasn't my discussion.
That's the Friday night. Second band.
Yes,
So it's 19th,
19th.
19th. That's a Friday.
Templin is the,
20th, and the 20th. Okay,
yeah, All Messed Up is
Both
both
days.
nights.
all right.
Both days early.
I know, it took a while to get that down too.
Because it does say July 19th, at least the one.
It's got 19th
Oh, yeah.
and 20th,
Yeah,
so it's just the 19th.
Oh, I see
20th out of
what
it.
you're saying. Okay. All right, so this is just on the 19th at $800 for this
Right.
ordinance. All right. Council, what's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules, read it by title 3 times, and declare an emergency.
No, second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah,
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
First reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to hire a tailor-made band for performance on July 19th, 2024 Music in the Park event. Second reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to hire a tailor-made band for performance on July 19th, 2024 Music in the Park event. Third reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to hire a tailor-made band for performance on July 19th, 2024 Music in the Park event.
make a motion as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Al Glick, seconded by Pam Jackson. Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Have an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into a contract with Gray and Son Construction LLC to construct a pavilion at Addyston Park pursuant to funding provided by public health grant between the Board of County Commissioners, Hamilton County, Ohio, and the Village of Addyston to administer a public health grant.
Council, what's your pleasure? This is for that shelter.
I'll make a motion to read it by title only 3 times and declare an emergency.
I'll second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Jennifer Wiehe. Any discussion?
I just have a discussion. Is this just to get the material, or are we waiting for the cameras to go up before we start building
No, we've got to build this before July the 15th.
I know,
not
so
we lose the
what
money.
about the
Supposed to
cameras?
kind of happen in conjunction because, well, we need
I
I know, but I thought we
electric,
made,
too.
I thought we passed something where nothing was going up until the cameras were put in due to all the vandalism.
But if we don't build it, then we will lose it.
But if
That's
they
something
vandalize
council's gonna
it,
have to work out.
yeah, because if they vandalize it, our insurance company's not gonna keep paying for the vandalism.
Are we still talking about tailor-made van?
No.
We're on the shelter at the park.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me check.
We're on the shelter at the park, and Kathy's discussion is that she states that, well, that you guys had made a motion not to put anything there until
The cameras were
the
up.
cameras were up. And which is in process with the electric going up too.
So we got to get, that's
It was
what,
it was a
Ordinance.
discussion. We'll have to see if we actually made
because
it.
that's why we're getting the ordinance
I thought we
together.
made a
to get
motion,
the
didn't we, Pam?
electric.
I remember saying, because that's when you
It
brought up
was,
something.
it was at that special council meeting
Meeting, yeah.
when it
Was
was
it a
talked about.
discussion or a motion?
It was a
It
motion.
was a motion.
Yeah, because it started out a discussion, then she made it
It
a
was
motion.
actually a motion.
Yeah.
So where are we with, before
With
the
the
cameras?
cameras.
Where are we with the cameras? I mean, we don't want to stop this for sure, we know that.
Right.
Well, it's where are we on electric? Goes on the poles,
Well,
where
we're
the
on-
electric's at.
Does this all happen at the same time? If it is, that's great.
I mean, as soon as the electric's there, it can be plugged in and set up.
I mean, we're on the motion for the electric now, and we're on a motion for the pavilion.
No, we're on the promotion is for the pavilion only. That
Well,
doesn't have anything to
right now,
do with
what
the
I'm saying,
electric.
we're gonna have to do the electric tonight as well. So that's this,
I just don't feel comfortable putting anything up with all the vandalism that's been going on in the village. I mean,
Can the one at the firehouse,
point.
can that serve the area any?
Can we get something over there?
Yeah, so we can get something up.
Can we get
right
something up
there.
just
I
to
mean,
protect
Grant,
that?
will it
We have
show
a
you
quote
anything
for
in
the
that distance? I'm
firehouse.
not sure, but I was hoping to get the ones, our poles going down. But now, I mean, yeah, I'll give Kevin a call and we'll throw something up.
Yeah, we gotta do something. We've already approved that.
Because you guys already approved
Approved the
that.
cameras,
Yeah,
yeah.
approved it.
For the
We were
firehouse,
just
yeah.
looking at strategic locations.
Right.
I didn't want to have to having do stuff and then having to do
Well, the
stuff
firehouses.
again.
Have to move it.
Yes.
So where are they supposed to put the pavilion at in the park? Exactly where is it gonna be located?
Right across the street from the playground on the back side, the back curb.
Oh, is that the
where it comes around
turnaround,
the
man?
pole.
Like next to the turnaround?
Yes.
So is the VFW, are their cameras pointed that way?
We had to find out from the VFW because they've switched officers. so-
Okay.
Well, if you put the one
They're
on the
switching this
pole,
month.
Are they?
Well, if we don't have a pole.
no, I mean, if you put the one at the pole by the firehouse, it's
Oh, yeah,
right
it should
that
go,
way.
since it's
Yeah.
at that end.
Right, if it goes on that pole that we put the new pole in, if it goes there, it goes right towards the.
One of them was a
We
quote
need a crew
for-
over there. for
We need the
firehouse.
cameras to go up along with the pavilion at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, with the pavilion, there's a deadline.
I know, but I'm just
So, which
saying,
means if we don't get it up, then we lose it.
but then I'm saying our insurance company with the vandalism with the basketball court, if they vandalize this, is the insurance company going to get to the point where they're like, we're dropping the village, you know what I mean? Because
I
it's
have
costing
one
us
more.
too much money.
Okay, we bought the deer cameras, whatever, supposed to take pictures. Though they are still pictures, then we need to put them up and point them at that area, because we certainly can't afford to lose the pavilion.
Most definitely not.
We still got some up and we try to keep that locations hidden.
We have some up in the park still?
I can't lose it today.
Wait a minute, I want to know if we still have some up in the
Yeah.
Why
park.
can't we talk?
We still have
There's
one.
still some up in the
We can
park?
at least get one up.
Can we direct some at that area?
There we go.
So then we got cameras.
There we go.
Exactly what it is here.
Ready for the vote?
I am running. Is that all the discussion?
Yeah, I was just worried about the cameras.
Okay.
Ask about the cameras.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yeah.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah,
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
First reading ordinance authorize the village to enter into a contract with Grandson Construction LLC to construct a pavilion at Addyston Park pursuant to funding provided by a public health grant between the Board of County Commissioners, Hamilton County, Ohio, and the Village of Addyston to administer a public health grant. Second reading, an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into a contract with Grandson Construction LLC to construct a pavilion at Addyston Park pursuant to funding provided by a public health grant between the Board of County Commissioners, Hamilton County, Ohio, and the Village of Addyston to administer a public health grant. Third reading, an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into a contract with Grandson Construction LLC to construct a pavilion at Addyston Park pursuant to funding provided by a public health grant between the Board of County Commissioners, Hamilton County, Ohio, and the Village of Addyston to administer a public health grant.
I'll make a motion as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Al Glick, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion? No more discussion, will vote?
Dan Pillow.
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe.
Yay.
Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
This will be number 15.
And I have an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into a contract with D&J Electrical Services LLC for electrical services at Addyston Park pursuant to funding provided by a public health grant between the Board of County Commissioners, Hamilton County, Ohio, and the Village of Addyston to administer a public health grant.
Should we have them wait on that one?
We could.
Yeah, council, please wait on that one.
Yeah, because it's, I think that's ODNR grant, isn't it?
This is ODNR grant.
Which one?
The electric,
Yeah.
water and electric in the park.
It's ODNR?
That's the one that should come out of the,
That's,
Oh, you mean which one it comes out of?
Yes.
Right.
91, yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, that was the electric and the water in the park.
So that's the last one, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Council, before we end this meeting tonight, I'd like for someone to go into executive session for possible litigations. I'm just saying right now so I don't forget.
Mayor, you say you wanted to hold this one?
For the D&J Electric,
Oh, okay,
Yes.
sure.
hold that one. Hang on to it.
We have further discussion on that?
We need further discussion.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Is that what the last one is?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and go to our committees, Dan.
Thank you, Mayor. I just had one thing, and again, it's part of the ODNR grant, the $91,000 grant that we're getting, and that is, we'll be moving forward with all phases of that grant, pickleball courts. I have information on that I will send out to council and try to make sure that we have information so that we get past this and get this project started as well on Monday. I'd like that to be a part of the agenda.
Do you have a list of what's in that grant? Like I just
I don't
shared
know
with
if I have
council,
one
I'm not
with
asking
me.
for it personally.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
in the grant, Dan. I can copy it for him. It's in the
Thank you.
grant. You have it
Send it out
spelled
there.
out.
Yes, thank you much. If you would send that out,
I mean, if it's
appreciate
okay
it.
with you, I mean, I can send it out. 'cause
Yeah.
It is
Prefer that.
listed.
Absolutely.
So that way
Everybody has a copy
everybody's
of it,
on the
but
same
it kinda
page
gets
with it.
lost over a period of
Yeah.
time.
Well, I'll just specifically make sure it's that page.
Sure.
So it's not buried in the whole thing. Because they've already received it once,
Yeah.
probably twice.
Well, no
Well,
doubt.
even if they did, I don't care, send it again because I
Yeah.
want everybody
Yeah, we're
reminded,
good.
since we just got it, hey, this should be fresh in your mind.
Oh, I'm talking about the money part, what's listed.
Oh, I'm
that it's
talking about,
about.
yeah. All right then. Did you have anything else, Dan, as far as?
No, ma'am. Thank you, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Jennifer?
If it's at all possible, can we meet on Thursday? I think we've been trying to have this laws and contracts meeting for a long time, and it
We
just
have
keeps.
court on Thursday, and
Yeah.
also
Sure.
Okay, so we have two meetings.
So what about the 25th, ladies, which is next Tuesday?
Is that for
Mr. Bob.
policy?
Mr.
Yes.
I'll be here. I'll be
Okay.
here.
The what, 25th?
What's that, the 25th?
The 25th, it's next Tuesday, because
time?
we're not available on Thursday. I can be here at 5:30, I get off work at 5, but I'm not sure if Mr. Bob can make it.
I'll make it. But it's right in my book.
Okay.
I'm okay. I'm good.
Can you just shoot me an email on that?
Yes.
And let's shoot for June 25th at 5:30.
Okay.
That's for policy and procedures,
Yes,
correct?
yes, sir.
I don't have anything. I mean, we're having that special meeting, so I'll get caught up there.
All right, thanks Kathy, Miss Ann.
First, gave Margaret a list. We want to thank everybody who took part in the activities we had at the playground. We had, on the 25th of May, we had volunteers who came in and helped do all the mulch into the playground area. And then on the 30th of May, we had the new basketball court was poured, and we had a Watch the Concrete Dry Day. And the names of those volunteers are also listed on that. And then the other thing I have is that I'm still working on the bricks. And at this time, I'm just going over the list to review it, to count the number of letters and to count the numbers for each line. And hopefully I can get that out by the end of the month. I do need a PO number. And the other thing that we need to look at is, I guess the right word is defoliate, over in the park where all the weeds and things have come up again along in the park and along the creek. The thing we did probably, 3 years ago?
More than that,
Oh, yeah.
way more than that.
Anyway, we need to do that again, so we'll have some further discussion and making plans for that.
That is a part of our Nature Works grant ongoing project
Yeah.
that we're required to kind of keep that, what is the invasive species? We need to keep those out of there. Should be easier this time because it's not the jungle that it was last
Tell
time.
me where we're getting the bricks from, because I don't remember.
Oh, we have bricks.
Okay,
It's a matter of getting them printed.
are you going to the place that did the sign for racism?
No,
Okay, do you know
it'll be
name
the
of it?
people who did the bricks before.
Okay, so I'll have to go back and look for
Okay,
them.
I'll get you the names.
Okay.
I'll get you that information.
Okay.
For the record, Mrs. Phillip, would you mind reading the names of those people? I think you have that somewhere, maybe,
Okay,
who helped us. That's important.
on the mulch, we had Al, Glick, Pam Jackson, Jennifer Wiehe, Dan Pillow, Ann Pillow, and then from the community, we had Mr. Don Larrick, Lonnie Couch, Gary Young, Jackie Ledbetter, Clayton Petty, and Bill Nixon. And then for the basketball court and the concrete party, Watch the Concrete Dry, we had Al Glick, Linda Martin, Jennifer Wiehe, Don Larrick, Pam Jackson, Dan and Ann Pillow, and Officers Martin and Brown.
Thank you.
That's it. I need to give you another list. I see I misspelled a name as I look at it now,
Okay,
so I'll send it to you.
yeah, you can email it to me.
Yes,
Thank you.
I think that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Miss Ann. Al?
I'm gonna let her take it over because she's a bench chairperson, so I don't have nothing at this time. You got it all.
Well, we do need to set up, first of all, a special events meeting.
We do.
So, when's everybody free?
You're talking to the committee, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
committee or
The
whoever
three
wants to
of you
join.
over there.
At this point, it don't matter. So, what day's good?
Any day but Thursday.
If it's just us, we can meet earlier.
Yeah, we can meet earlier in the day.
Not too early. Not this week I can, but not next week. I don't have kids this week.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
Give me time to post it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Check on with these
Yeah,
guys here.
I mean, pretty much anytime earlier in the day, but
Yeah, and what you got going on?
I think I'm good, maybe. Today is the 17th. I guess on the, how does the 21st sound?
One,
On Friday?
this Friday? Yeah,
what time?
let me see. Let me look. 21st. Oh, yeah.
Time is not
I'm good.
anytime.
Well, we know I don't get up early.
How about,
Happened. 21st.
We're awake, pick a time.
Anytime afternoon's good with me.
And 12:31, we good?
let's give Al to 1.
1 o'clock?
You all right. Go with that.
If you're not here, we're going on without you. Okay, so 1 o'clock Friday?
Yep, sounds good.
Margaret, do you have that?
Yep, I wrote it down.
Before I forget, the, I'm trying to think of the official, the free market event with We Thrive on the 27th
7.
at 1 o'clock in Cleves at the Township Hall. And, yeah, that's where it is. It's,
Yeah,
yeah.
we, participants need to be there at 11?
Yeah, about 11 if you're helping out to like unload, organize, whatever, but it actually starts at 1 and it is welcome for anybody to come to, we're gonna have produce, they're gonna give away some things.
I gotta go pick up some bicycles on the 26th to take down there and drop them off
I was
for
trying, yeah,
We
I
Thrive.
think it was like smoke detectors and
Yeah.
stuff like that they were giving away.
First aid kits.
and just bring your bags, so we're gonna have plenty of food to give away, like, like a market day, more or less
Fruits and
thing.
vegetables.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's the 27th.
yeah, we should.
Bring your wagon.
Before you, I'm sorry, Pam, but before
Go
you
ahead.
go on with that, also Jacket Cares is the 20th, 27th, and some other date.
Yes,
Oh,
And even though they're doing it on the 27th and the same day, it's, one ends at 1, one starts at 1.
right.
okay.
So even if we have people from this community go to that one,
They can come to this one.
and
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
Pretty
Yeah.
good deal.
But
Right,
There you go.
we can load up.
what's Jackie Cares doing? Is it the picnic thing?
it's like a free lunch for kids, and then they're giving out produce, kind of like a food drive as well.
Kind of like they're doing down there. For the,
Yeah,
Will that
Giving away
will that be
lunch
on our
and
website?
yeah, I can, yes, that's what I
They did
wanted to
this
do.
last year at the VFW.
It was nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
so the jacket,
Cares is the 20th, 27th, July 11th, and July 18th. It's on Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Right.
So it's every Thursday.
Or no,
for
that's,
4
yeah, that's
Thursdays.
11 a.m. to 1. I thought you guys, so it is the same time.
1 to 3.
Yours is, the We Thrive is 1 to 3.
Yeah, it's just being there earlier to help set up
To 1 here.
is the overlapping
So
stuff.
they're doing Thursdays through part of the summer, just so that they can make sure kids have lunch, because they're out of school. So it's basically, here's lunch and here's some food to take home. And then if they're just gonna have some activities outside in case the kids wanna hang around and play, whatever. So,
And that's each Thursday for next, 4 Thursdays you said?
yep, and I need to get that up. Would council approve, sending out a flyer for both things and also putting it up?
I make a motion that we do that, send out flyers for both
And if
events.
there's any other information council wants me to get on said flyers, since we got so much stuff going on.
I'll second
Right.
it.
All right, motion by
Dan.
Dan Pilla, second by Al Glick. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Pam, may I interject right there when we're talking about Taylor, whatever their group name is,
Jacket Cares?
Jacket Cares? That is a huge array of information
Right.
that they put out concerning what they do. And there's so much stuff on there that we need to communicate that to our community as well.
That's the whole reason for they wanting to use this as a community hub.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Our
They were the
citizens need to
they
know.
were the main ones that started with the reach out, and then, because they work with Crossroads hand in hand.
Yeah,
Now, that was, what times was that on Thursdays? Was that 1 to 3 to?
11 to 1.
11 to 1 is the firehouse.
That's why I don't want to get them confused.
That's where Bob and I was talking, because when I sent Bob the information, he said, which group is it? And I said, well, it's actually Jacket Cares. It's a part of Three Rivers, but Crossroads is like the one who works hand in hand with them to help them with financial stuff and doing repairs. So it would be, Jacket Cares is really the ones that are gonna be down at our firehouse, more or less. So they probably need to be included in the meeting with
Well,
Crossroads
yeah,
too.
that's what I planned on.
Right.
Oh, I get ready to say it.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's
Right.
gonna be both of them.
right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's all right. It's all going together.
What time is the We Thrive event?
We Thrive is from 1 to 3, but they want volunteers to be there earlier
Gotcha.
to help, like, set, or 11, if you can, or whenever, to get there to help set up and put
And
tables,
as far
tents,
as
whatever.
Jacket Cares, they got tons of people already.
Yeah, and hopefully, yeah, this place may have too. 'Cause, you know, we just don't know yet. This is the first time we're all involved in this food give out. All right, and
Pretty cool little deal.
yeah, the other thing for that day is we did say that we would use the village tents. I don't know if on that day if Dustin could
I
help
would
us
prefer
out.
them to use the pop-ups if it
The
all
pop-ups, you think
happens.
so? Okay,
Yes.
how many do we have?
We've got 3.
That would
We
be-
have 4.
That
but
would be
one
the
doesn't
same.
have I guess it got ripped or whatever's happened to it, but we have 3. We shouldn't need more than that, because the big white one is 20 foot. I guess I'm trying to get out of putting it up,
Putting
okay?
it up. Yeah, things are tough.
One day,
Pop-ups
a
are
few
so much
hours.
easier.
Okay,
Because you usually see me at the polls, all right?
yeah, and they're not numbered right. We already did that.
No, they're not. You have to know how to put together. If you
Right.
don't know how to put together, you've got messed
Yeah, I
up.
put one together, go around every year for a booth, man. It's like, oh, I hate putting this thing up.
I mean, they're nice, yeah.
Oh, it's nice. Once you
Mark
get it
knows how
up.
to do it.
He might not be
11
around,
a.m.
that's a
to 1
Thursday.
p.m. Are you available?
Maybe not long enough. Put the big one up.
Oh, well.
So this,
So are we gonna handle our own then, taking it down there? Because you'll probably be at,
These pop-ups are easy. You'll have enough people.
you
there
might be at this
pop-up.
event then.
So
And
somebody's
someone will down
here.
here, yeah, so we'll have to split up there.
Right. So I'll stay here.
Okay, so I'll have to get the pop-up tents from someone then, that's all. Dustin?
I can just have them, it's during the day. I'll just have them bring them over. Is that okay with you, Dustin? You can bring him some pop-ups? Yeah, he's got you.
All right. Okay, let's see. Other than that, just once we have the meeting, we'll have more information on the music at the park, but things are coming together. One thing we do need to do is advertising. That's got to be, I'm assuming we would use the same people we did last year, and the cost that we anticipated was, what was that? Because that's all part of that grant. It's like $2,400, if I remember right, with the signs and everything that we did.
I sent you a copy of the invoice.
Yeah, well, had a lot
That's
going
what
on
was
today.
budgeted anyway.
Yeah, so that's what it was in the budget, I thought, so that's what I wrote on here.
Yeah, we need to get that out as soon as possible, I would say.
So we need, so if we're gonna stick with that same amount, which seemed to work, I think we probably don't need as many of those signs that.
The hand
The
bills.
hand printed one, we had quite a few of those. Maybe a little less of those and maybe more of the, you know, the
Yard
yard
signs.
signs.
Yard signs.
The difference in the money. So, and I try to remember the name of the company, one we always use, is it Trays?
Trays,
Yeah,
Signed by
signs by Trey.
yeah, so I'd like to make a motion that we be able to do it, because we're almost a month away right now.
Second.
Yeah, no more than the 2,400. We may not use that much if we switch things up.
Motion by Pam Jackson, seconded by Dan Pillow. Any further discussion?
Do you need an ordinance for that, Margaret?
Probably should have one. Can you bring it for Monday? I
I'll
can
bring it
send
for
you,
Monday.
I'll send you the information.
So everything else, I was like, wait a minute, we forgot the main thing, advertising.
Well, we have to be able to buy some things. I mean, we sort of have
Right.
a little blanket. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Well, normally
Right.
I don't know, this is whatever, we made a motion, but we usually let Margret and the mayor, you authorize them to do the expenditure. It might be better if we do it that way.
By ordinance, I think we did it last year. You authorized the mayor and I to be allowed to work
Make
with
those
vendors
purchases.
and do things like that to go along with the event.
So we didn't have to keep meeting,
Yeah.
yeah, as long as we stay
So
within
maybe
this
that's
budget.
what, maybe that's what that ordinance ought to be instead of just for separately.
Yeah, could be. I mean, it's whatever council thinks.
Whatever.
It's what we did last year.
We've got one on the
Yeah.
floor, so,
All right, so we got one on the floor right
for
now.
the signs.
For the signs. Are we good with that, the way it stands? All right, call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe. Yay. Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Now, do you want to do one to authorize that for us to be able to work with people?
So moved.
Well, we don't need that first one if you're
Well,
going to.
something else might come up.
Well, this is like, you know, like
Mhm.
the portalettes, the different beer vendors, that type of thing.
Mhm.
And we'll know more after we meet.
After a meeting.
Incidents
Yeah.
that come up.
So moved, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All right, motion by, second, did you second? Okay.
Yeah.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Jennifer Wiehe. Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Jennifer Wiehe. Kathy Byess.
Yay.
Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay. Right now, it's after we meet, that's all on that event. The other thing, I did want to mention, I was driving up South Road, and Dr. Walgeman, I never can say his name, was out there cleaning that road on the side of the road. I don't know how bad it was or whatever, but I just thought, you know, he takes so much pride in it and everything, and I just wanted to give him he always is. He always does that. It's like, he's out there in a car stop and talking to him. I was like, oh, and I realized who it was. You know, but he was all the way up to the corporation line because he was on his way back down with his bag. And then I was like, wow, that was, you know, I wish everybody would do that.
Absolutely.
Amen to that.
We'd have a great community. Other than that, right now, that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Pam.
You're welcome.
Dustin, did you have anything for council this evening? All right, thank you. We'll move to our audience. Does anyone from the audience who would like to address council?
I do.
Okay.
Do you want me to stand up?
You can,
Okay.
if you're fine right there, that's fine.
So my name is Terry. I live at 124 2nd Street. I don't know if any of you are familiar with 124 2nd Street, but there are two 124 2nd Streets. In August, I would have lived there 10 years. I'm a renter. I don't own it. But when I first moved in, I was approved for Section 8. So it had to be approved for the address through Hamilton County Auditor. My landlord went through all of that. It's been fine all this time until the other guy has moved in. And then I went over and discussed the address situation and asked him to just let me know if he finds out anything different. Well, he just stuck the stickers up there and said that he did and it's his address. Again, I don't own it. So had an interaction with the police because package was delivered over there that they took. I never was able to retrieve. And he was saying that maybe get with my landlord and have her readdress the situation. Her response to me was, I already went and proved the official address. So she went to Hamilton County Auditor. Used to be that if you looked up the 124, it came up the gray-blue siding house with the wooden deck. Now it's like archived, so when I try to pull it up, it doesn't pull up the same or as easy. But if you go to Google, it's the White House, which is the house in question. My concern is everything. Recently, there's been a post by somebody I don't even know, but they took a screenshot, sent it to my son. It says that 124 is the biggest meth dealer on 2nd Street. And that house is an absolute menace. I mean, people have knocked at our door at 2 or 3 in the morning, and it's for over there. And most of the traffic that goes over there comes from what I'm understanding is the issues of the greenhouse up here. I guess you guys are cleaning it up this way, and those same people associate with those people down there. Another thing is in 122, she just moved out the other day abruptly because of all of the situation with the house next door. They were peeking in her window, telling her dogs to shush. It's got her really nervous. She said that one guy that was in the back is somebody she's related to who has felony warrants. She's also notified, you know, the police are aware too, but my biggest concern is what is my address? Just for a lot of reasons. It's very scary to be across the street from them knowing that they're on meth. Like, it's just, I mean, I don't know that for a fact to know just the activity that's there and the rumor in the neighborhood. I've been told that he's telling everyone, he knows that I'm talking to the police, so he's telling people that if they come there to get anything from him, they have to do it in there so they do not leave with it. I've also been told that he's telling people to cut down the hill behind my house and what would be Darryl Walton's house next to my house so that the traffic cuts down because they know that the police are looking that way. The most recent thing that happened was, like I said, I've been there 10 years, never had an issue. I usually don't even leave my dogs out. It was a nice day, and they were laying around enjoying themselves. We left to leave, you know, go up the street 20 minutes to come back. I think we ran up to McDonald's. When we came back, my dog was being weird and wasn't quite sure that day what happened. But the next day we noticed that there was like a mark that looked like maybe a BB gun or something, like he got shot with a BB gun. It's like 2 marks, like maybe entrance and exit. Well, I don't have a whole lot of money. My husband has cancer, so we're down one, you know, income. So the next day when we found it, I'm like, isn't that weird? And my husband was saying maybe, you know, he was shot with a BB gun or something like that. I already feel like the bad neighbor because I'm constantly complaining about these people. But on the other side of it, the next day I came out, like I have never seen them with a BB gun or anything to assume it was them right off. I actually was, my husband was the one saying it was probably a BB gun. I really, that wasn't in my mind at all until the following day I walked out and they're right over there shooting a BB gun rifle, 22, at the fence behind them. You know, there was one night where my husband, he's so concerned about everything, he slept in the car or at least sat out there and dozed off, woke up to somebody opening the hatch of my trunk. The only reason why it was unlocked is because he was in it. But then another night, I'd say about a week later, me and my son were inside, and it was like a really loud, weird noise, which my husband was in the car, and he sat up. When he sat up, one person ran, the other person dropped, which looked like maybe a saw. So I think they were running around trying to like do Cadillac converters or something, not sure. But once they seen him, you know, they kind of don't come on my side of the street too much, especially when I'm awake, you know, sitting up to them, like trying to get into the car. But the whole thing is just, you know, I work all day, I sleep at night. He was working on the house all night, you know what I mean? I've as a neighbor, I've gone to him directly, so I'm not just constantly calling police, just letting him know, like, hey, do you realize we can hear you sawing all night or hammering all night? And like the lady who just left, they're working on cars all night, revving the engines, banging, whatever you do to a car. I mean, it's like a nuisance for real, but it's not enough. Like I was told, they can make noise till 11:30 at night. Sometimes it is at 2 or 3 in the morning. In the winter, I was told of the ordinance when I spoke to, I think it was Dryer, one of the in-between, you know, we've had a few different cops. But I mean, I just feel like you guys' hands are tied as well because you really need some evidence to get in there. But it's really, my concern here is to see, like, can we figure out, like, what is my address? Like I said, I've reported everything else to the police to trying to help them. I'm really not sure how much I can. I'm working on getting a camera so that I can have that side of it too. Like I said, it scared the one lady, she left.
I know the lady that lived at that address, she told me her daughter was sleeping and she woke up and seen the guy at her window telling the dogs shh, and I work with her, so she told me all about it.
Well, she told me the guy, so if you remember the tarp situation, there's a guy who lives in the front, and I don't know what it looks like inside. Seems to me like the front portion, he's letting him rent out, then he's living in the back, and then maybe upstairs, Rocky, Leonard, whatever the guy's name that actually owns it. So this front guy told her, oh, he likes to kill people. Like, what is that? I mean, he could just be funky because he's military and he's trying to, she's pretty and I don't know, but I can't figure it out. Then there's a blue-green color house next to him. Those people hang out over here all day long. The police were called to that house a couple nights ago because that guy beat up the girl, and my husband heard half of it. They were over here hanging out for hours at this house. So, you know, he's like, well, what are you doing over there? We are assuming drugs on our end because it's just all the people that associate there, if you know anything about the neighborhood, it's just all the people with the title of a drug addict, you know what I mean?
And they all hang out on 52.
That's what I say, that you guys are cutting it out in there, but the same people are associated with both of these issues
No, they're still
here.
at both places. They still go both places.
And I can tell you, we lived across the street here for a couple years, and the third house over, my husband kept telling me they're doing something. They're doing something. He just was raised in rough neighborhoods, kind of the reason why we're out here too. So my son doesn't. I mean, I like the sleepiness, and I don't like that. You know, I go up there and live in Price Hill if we want to be around that. So we lived right here, and I was actually shocked that he was like, something's going on over there, and I don't know, it's about a month later, they got busted for meth right next door to us over here, and that was several years ago. So whenever he's saying he suspects certain things, I'm like, hey, he grew up around it, he's got an eye for it. So, I mean, and like I said, he's onto it over there, so he's trying to take all the precautions so that the traffic isn't coming, but I'm not quite sure. One lady sat out there and rearranged the back of her car for 3 hours. Now, what was she doing? Like,
All messed up.
She was tweaking.
yeah, it was crazy.
Because the people next door to me sweep the highway all day long. All day long. The highway should be the cleanest part of Addyston.
I watched the one guy put a bunch of cans in his pocket, jump on the privacy fence of the house behind, take the cans and crunch them in the tree and jump down. Now the tree has cans hanging in it. Like, what is the deal? You know, it's just the signs are so, it's like what? And I also wanted to touch on, I had already warned the cops to be careful. There's a house beyond Second Alley. There's a lot of calls to a house on there. I don't know the address offhand, but if you guys look it up, there's a girl there with some children. There's a whole lot of calls there. She has a new boyfriend that's there who got out here straight from prison, stayed with another friend of his up the street, met her, and moved in with her. So apparently he's back and forth with her, and they frequent the house across the street. She claims that it was his girlfriend that came and shot her windows up, but the way that the story went, it seems like probably he did it, and she's covering for him. That guy's dangerous. I was told by the guy who was his friend, who got him down here, who allowed him to stay with him and got him in this area in the first place, that if...
Did you speak with the cops about that?
I have been talking to Martin and
Okay.
Jamal,
Because I know that's
the
an
other one
ongoing
is.
investigation.
I'm trying to tell them as much as I can about that, but I'm
Without-
really letting you
yeah.
know, like, it is a mess right there. But the one house is very dangerous, like I said. He knows that he was associated with like a hotel shooting. He said he was gonna talk to the sheriffs about that as well. But I've told the police, because it's a very dangerous situation if they get called to that house directly for them. I mean, he walked down the street with a gun down 2nd Street, confronted 3 different neighbors down the street with the gun. I don't know how everybody didn't call, I don't know. It was a couple men, so maybe macho-ness, I don't know, but he walked down the gun, with the gun looking for her. She ran from him, he was beating her up or whatever, but she just, you know how that is, she lies, so that has nothing to do with my address, but I'm trying to fill you in with 2nd Street is going crazy. I've been there 10 years and it's never been like this. Never. But I don't know what to do about the address. Like, that's my biggest
The
concern.
address?
Only thing you can do is have
Hamilton
code
County
enforcement.
Well, no, I'll tell you what you can do. Bob, I would like an ordinance drawn up for Addyston to be able to change our addresses because we own the address, and I'd like that available on Monday to be passed by council. We don't have one.
What's
To
that?
maintain our addresses. Because that's the only thing that has stopped me from changing those addresses that we've been changing back there, that nobody's been working on. we have to have an ordinance in place, and I can send you
Send me the.
from
template.
Hamilton County.
Yeah.
So like, my house is 378 Three Rivers Parkway, my rental house is 380 River Road.
Right, all that needs changed.
All that needs to be
Yeah.
changed, because when you call
Yes.
911, you're like, if you call from that number and get disconnected, it's showing a whole different address than where you're at.
See that big map back there with all the pretty colors? That's
Yeah.
what I've been working on, that
Yeah.
everybody kind of just dropped in the wind a few years or so ago.
What was yours down there? Was it Main Street?
Main Street, River
Yeah.
Road, Three Rivers Parkway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I think, yeah,
Same
because I know how to
Same
change
problem.
it.
yeah.
And I
Yeah,
know
'cause
who
mine-
to submit to, but I need
My
an
rental house
ordinance
is
from
380 River
council
Road, and I'm like,
passed so that I can do these things. And then what we need to do is set those addresses, agree on it, send out our letters, and then I can submit all these addresses with their corresponding.
so did this
Parcels.
main highway used to be like River Road, and then it went to Main Street, and then it went to Three Rivers Parkway? Is that how that?
It used to
all-
be Cincinnati Avenue.
Avenue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on there too.
Yeah, so all the
It's on that
addresses are
deed.
different when you go down 50.
Says Cincinnati.
Everybody's address is different street.
So we need to start with the ordinance council, please. Finally, thank God.
I'm also curious, do you need a permit to do repairs on your house? Like to put it back?
Depending upon which repairs you're looking into. So I would just get with the code enforcer and let
Well,
him
not me
know.
directly, but the 124 that I'm talking about, the whole back of the house, the whole wall, like, at one point you could see straight through the back of the house from my house if the front door was
Oh.
open. The whole back
That's
wall was
interesting.
connected. They are really solving night and day because they are trying to get in there, but they're building a deck on the back now.
Yeah, you
so
need a
I was
permit for
curious.
that.
You gotta have a permit for the deck.
That's what I'm thinking, maybe they can have that as a way to step in there too. I know that.
I would definitely get with the code enforcer first though, because ultimately he's gonna tell you what needs to be done with it. Like
No,
as
I'm
far-
saying for that other house. 'cause
Yeah,
in case they.
what I can do is have him get with them and make sure that they're following the codes.
Because I figured it may be a way for them to open the door or whatever.
And theirs is
'cause they've been trying to
21,
get in.
theirs across from you is 124. You were talking about the same.
So I'm
You're the blue,
124.
are you the blue?
I'm the blue. If you
She's
go
on the
from
north
Main
side.
Street to
She's-
like Fiddler's Grove, the
Okay.
second alley, I'm gonna be
You're the blue.
on your right, there on the left.
And you're both 124?
Yes, and
That's
they're
the one
actually in
he-
Hamilton County.
Ed sent out that
How do you,
picture of the house.
normally one side's even and one side's.
And I'm odd.
Yeah.
I'm odd, so officially I'm wrong. Look, when I first moved in, it all got set up 124. And then when he decided to move in there, he lived there for a while with no electricity. And then Duke reached out to me and was telling me they were gonna turn mine off because someone new was moving in. So I contacted them, like, I had to move. And then I realized it was that guy. So they changed mine to 24 because nobody else on the street is 24. So fast forward to this year, a couple months ago in Spectrum, I've been with them since 2017. And they messaged me, since someone else is moving into the 124, they're about to turn mine off. I called them, like, what are you talking about? So I have to go and show them everything. Everything I have says that I live at 124, my ID, everything. But when they looked it up on Google,
It's
it
that
shows
house.
that house. But if Google ain't nothing but a camera riding around, so if we're going off of Hamilton County Auditor, last thing I knew, when my landlord actually looked, it was the blue house. The picture of
It
the
shows
blue
them
house.
both. They're both
It says-
registered in Hamilton County as 124, yes. They
That's
are both
crazy.
registered as Hamilton County.
And I'm odd. I feel like I'm wrong. That's why I agreed to let Duke change it and.
I mean,
so
I
that
can
we
get that
still
changed immediately, depending on maybe working with you in this neighborhood. We could put, whichever is on the even side is gonna stay 24. At
He's
least
on
for
the
now.
even. He's probably right. The house next one is 122.
Okay, so
I'm not
his is
sure what the
right,
next
but
one is.
yours is on the odd, should be.
I just been there longer, that's all. Like,
I'm sorry, but there's gonna be a lot of changes.
but it's not my house, so it's never, yeah, it's not my house, so it's kind of my hands
Yeah.
are tied too, because I'm a renter, but.
Because we really need to get our addresses fixed here. It's not just about that too, it's about our first responders.
Well, that's why I say most.
You know, if you want the
emergency-
ambulance at your house, can they find
I
you?
go outside. I mean, it's only right there. They're not looking far. They're right there. But I always go outside. Another thing I wanted to tell you too is I was told which the guy fell off the back when that wall was open. They were all over there high or whatever. He fell off and got hurt. When the police arrived to get him ambulance care, they told him to take it to the ambulance. And he was like, wait. I'm not going to leave until they stole my dope, I need you to get it from them. Literally told the cops. So they, I mean, they really know, they
That's
just,
bold. Yeah.
they can't really get in the door. And that's when she had told them, I heard they're gonna use that felony warrant to try to get in, because that guy is on felony warrant and not supposed to be
Yeah,
over
we'll
there.
keep that under investigation information.
I would get cameras as soon as you can.
Yeah.
I went through Amazon and got mine.
Well, it's just we're down, I mean, when you're down one, I mean,
Yeah, I
we're
know.
trying to recover, but my brother has one that I definitely, I mean, they're all talking on the street, like, don't go over there to that house, because those dogs are crazy. Well, I'm glad you feel like that, because they're already talking about breaking in my house, like, you know what I mean? I'm sure I'm about to target, because they know that I'm talking, because I'll tell them, like, right to their face that what I see and it's just ridiculous.
I have 7 cameras around my house.
Yeah, it's crazy. They don't come over there to me, but it's just what you see going, and the only way to park is in front of, like, on my side, so it's all coming and going, and, I mean, not to be funny, but 10 years ago when I moved in, they were all like, oh, well, let the drug dealers move in there. So we had to prove ourselves, too, that we were workers, not drug dealers, because, you know, that's my husband just left. So, and then you get this now coming back, like, come on, man.
Feel your pain.
And it's just not in this neighborhood, it's not like that. You guys know, we all live here, like.
Yeah, it definitely needs addressed. Did you have anything else with
No,
council?
I just, no.
All right, thank you. Does anybody else would like to address council?
I'd like to address them. Quite, I live up where I live, otherwise it's just bad down here. It's sad.
It is.
It is.
It
you know,
is different.
It's sad that we're going through this. So priorities got to come up. We got to start, you know, figuring out what the hell this village is going to do and how you're going to operate it. It's sad you got to have cameras around your house. I mean, I'm very fortunate we live in a nice area up there.
Well,
My biggest beef is the street.
where I
They know
lived
that.
at, I've lived there all my life.
You
It
got
was
a
my
police
grandma's
department putting
house.
money out, you don't even know if you can afford to pay the guys. So you gotta, I mean, the park's nice, but how many grants did you get tonight to get that park going? Who works on that?
I'm sorry.
Who works on those grants? That's great.
A lot of them.
But we need police grants, we need the streets fixed, we need the water lines fixed. I mean, there's things that count. And we're worried about having a picnic and a party. And our streets are falling apart. It's great, it's all free. If you're getting it free, fine. But if you're taking it out of the budget, it's a different story. You know, I mean, people get pissed off about this. The street's a mess. And what the mayor, or the judge, the lawyer just said, Fiddler's Green, I haven't come down that street in months. It is terrible. It's worse than my street. If somebody goes fast enough down there, they're gonna end up right in your park. They're gonna be airborne. I mean, and everybody drives by, and the addresses been a problem since I started building out here. Matter of fact, today the fire department showed up at my house. There's supposed to be a 64 East Main Street gas line, 64 Main Street.
Right.
They drove right past it.
Right.
That's why I
So,
wanted
and you
to-
can't get no mail here, your addresses, because my actual street is Hillside, not East Main. So Google everything, it all comes up wrong. Something does have to be fixed on all the addresses, because
Yeah.
you won't get your mail unless you have a P.O. box. And
Right.
we go by P.O. boxes. Your credit cards need to have an address, so it's confusing.
We've had that problem.
But you were talking about that doctor before, and I amaze him. He's always working in his yard.
Yep.
Beautiful. Makes it really stand out, that corner.
Right.
Then you go across the street, and you got Kaiser shit all over the place.
Still, yeah.
We've
And,
already,
we all drive by it, and nothing gets done.
We did discuss that at one
Yeah, but when are
point.
we gonna fix it? But we're gonna get the pickleball courts, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get that. We really work on all that crap. But we gotta take care of the infrastructure first.
It
Then we
takes
go back to that.
right.
Which is not, the park looks beautiful, you guys are doing a nice job. But then you stick the telephone poles up, you're gonna run wires to each one of those, I bet. In the park, somebody put poles up in the air, and wires are gonna go all the way like this to each one.
Yep.
Beautiful park, why would you do that? Why don't you put it all underground and up nice and neat so it looks nice and clean?
That was the
Cost.
cheapest way we can get it.
But how much money you gotta allow for it?
It's $8,000.
I get some bids out. I mean, look at Delhi Park, we just did some up there, I mean, beautiful. We did the pavilion and everything, and it's
Hyde
nice.
Park's got money.
Well, they might, but you still can use the pole, but run the electric through the ground up. You wouldn't be able to fly a kite through that place. And if you're having that much problems with these kids down there, I won't spend their dime on it. They're tearing it up. You got an ordinance where nobody can go in the park after dusk? There is that? They'd be arrested?
Sign.
Okay. Did you ever find the kids that damaged the concrete?
Oh, we know who did it.
Did they get prosecuted yet?
That was supposed to be an investigation with our.
Who knows the person that did it, for a fact? 'Cause he's got the information, and they need to go after these people and set an
There's
example.
people in the community that knows exactly who did, who done
They
it.
need to speak up, because that costs you a lot of money.
That was supposed to be something our police department was supposed to be working on.
The insurance.
Well, that's fine, I'm just asking, I never hear it,
Sure,
you know?
sure, the insurance people.
And First Street was put off to fix that problem.
That was supposed, yeah.
It won't be until
Well, First Street was
26.
supposed to be completed, MSD dropped the ball on
Right.
that.
Yeah, so that was.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just saying, it has to be done. There's poor
Yeah.
people up there, it's terrible.
Right. I said we should close the road.
Yeah, well, I don't know if the county's gonna let you do that, but.
We have.
Well, I guess you can, but they
We
don't
have
come out with money.
forms.
But if MSD caused it, it need to be out here. Somebody really needs to be on the horn about
But
that.
they were supposed to done that when we done the retaining wall,
The
and
same
then they called and said, right
I mean,
before we get ready to do
it
the
just
retaining
doesn't
wall.
make
Well,
they
sense.
actually,
can't
you
do
know
it
what,
till
council,
26.
Thursday, we're supposed to know whether or not we have the MRF grant funding that I applied for First Street. And by the way, we're probably gonna get 100% funded, so that's one that's gonna get done.
What's First Street, oh, up there where the.
Where you're
it's
talking
bad?
about.
Okay. Well, you were talking about the grant maybe coming all the way out to us earlier?
Yep, and I'm working on that too.
Well, I'm glad, but make sure they get some sewers for the guys up the street up there too, because they got some issue with water.
Oh, yeah, it would be.
When we
only way
developed all that,
down.
that was the worst ever was. But all the trenches we put in, the way we designed it, it all worked. And some of these houses, you're not gonna stop it. It's gonna be cheaper for you to buy the house off the people, because you're not gonna stop that water coming off that hill.
Oh, well, I know that, that's a different subject.
I know, but if you're gonna get the grant, put that
But the
in there
grant's
for 'em.
gonna pay for the rain and the sewage, probably it's gonna end up being a sewer water.
Right, some of that you're not gonna stop. I mean,
Yeah.
we have built in developments where I put cages, like
Right.
20 feet up from that water, so it stops the logs, and the water goes over. What it does is chokes that wall, and then the water goes down and you're done. Once the pipe's choked, it ain't coming through. But, you know, what about Kaiser's and some of these places got refrigerators along the street, you know? I mean, they're just sitting there.
Where's the refrigerators?
I don't know what street was that on. It was one, Main Street, or one, they had a refrigerator, was out near the street.
It's gone
I haven't
now.
seen one, so I have to know
It's gone.
location.
Yeah, it was all broken down, the doors were off of it.
They must have had somebody come pick that up
Yeah, they came and
already.
got it. But I there's a lot, and then going back to the water, if you're gonna fix the streets, let's get some new water lines in.
Yeah,
I mean, our water's
Part of
terrible.
it.
It's just disgusting.
that's the second tan project too. Have you rode up there yet?
What's that?
Second tan?
No.
You should.
Oh, you think these roads are bad?
That's what, well, we've got the EPA and FEMA in on that one.
On the
too,
water?
Water line, water and road.
Yeah, because you know, when you take the water, if they're done, it's just brown.
If we're gonna break into the road, if we can replace the lines, that's what we're gonna do.
So the grant would be for all the old lines to get replaced, because I can't believe the EPA wouldn't be here right away doing it. With as much problems there is like in Michigan with people's water.
They don't like to give out money.
You know, somebody's got to give something out because somebody's gonna get sick. You know, they say the water's good coming out of the ground, it's just once it goes in the pipes. That's what the guy from EPA told me.
Yeah, certain pipes, possibly.
I don't know, what you get, take it to your house and see what you get. I mean, when we got there, I looked up that much brown stuff in the bottom, they said it's inside the pipe, so. Is
Yeah, they say, call it sediment. I was having the same problem.
that good for you, or did you give it to your baby or your grandkids?
Drink a bottle of water.
That's all we buy is Home City Ice and bottled water, and it still pays $73 a month.
Oh, yeah.
In-house filtration,
Yep, it's,
that's what I went with.
Maybe the city might be interested in coming in and taking over the whole thing.
Still goes through the same pipes.
No, get new pipes, they wouldn't dare use those old pipes, they're smarter.
Pipes, yeah.
They wouldn't put it in that pipe. They do pipe. And back to your water bills, some of those people might be some of your problems with your dope that owe money on it, so that'd be your good way of getting them out, cut the water off.
Yeah, I
You
can
got
tell
all
you
that
that
set up.
house,
Which they
the house
should.
across the street, he said that he had an altercation with his girlfriend and the water was off. He turned it back on.
He
And
turned it
Addyston
on
showed up
himself?
to turn it back off,
Oh.
yeah. And he was like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, yeah, you didn't know. But I'm curious about that too. Obviously, it's probably a different account number because they turned his off and on and mine's still on, but keeping that part straight with us supposed to be 124, the, taxes, I mean, everything down the line would be
Yeah.
beneficial to change one of them.
So when are you gonna do the electric over there? Is it too late to find out if you do underground and make it look nice? Because you're gonna put a pavilion over there, you're gonna do a lot of things. I just think it looks curb appealing, not having those wires hanging. I mean, you do something like that, a gravel pit, you know, construction, nothing. You got all nice looking stuff down there, it just will look clean looking.
You're looking at 4 times the cost to do it all underground than it is to get electric into the park. We're trying to get electric into the park so they quit tearing the damn thing up.
Well, that's nothing. Why are we spending this money if they're just gonna tear it up?
True.
I mean, just like close it up and be done with it. If they're gonna keep tearing it, they'll burn that damn building down, you'll build next if
I
it's
mean,
that
a lot of
bad.
the grants that's coming out is pushed towards that park. I mean, there's so many grants that Hamilton County's coming out with, it's.
And that's glad you're getting them free, I'm not against that at all.
Everything's pushing towards that park. And it's healthier this and healthier that, and they want everybody in the world to be healthier and lose weight and this and that. And that's why most of the grants are pushed towards stuff like that in the community.
Well, I understand
Instead
that.
of the streets, the roads where it needs to go. I understand what you're saying
Yeah,
there.
but on the other
I agree
hand-
with you.
Now that becomes a liability for the maintenance department, or some department to maintain it.
Well,
That's,
So that's more money that's gonna come out, I mean, it's not free all the way around.
no.
But it's not, and it's good for the kids have a place to go.
I mean, it's more or less, they won't throw money at us to be able to redo the roads and the things that needs to be done. I understand what you're saying, but they're pushing more grants to us to put into the park, and we're trying to take advantage of them grants that they're giving us and do stuff in the park like that, but I mean, trying to get them to put a new road in, that's like, I mean, we got that sort of grant. It done from Dining all the way down this way.
Do we got money just to patch some of these streets? I mean, if you over Hillside, the county come with a Bobcat, they got a grinder on it, grind down about 1.5 inches, right where it was bad. And it's blacktop, and it's just, it's a Band-Aid.
Right.
And then like for the apartments, that could happen. I mean, that is,
Well, I mean-
this winter, Dustin will be plowing blacktop. That's how bad it's gonna get.
But like I said,
It's
doesn't
just
don't
gonna
have,
fall
you
apart.
don't have a Bobcat or nothing to be able to put one of them grinders on to be able to grind up
And
certain
what happens if we went to the
sections, but-
county and said, what would you charge us, your guys to do it for us? Like you have line spray paint and all that. You know, certain spots, or a
I don't know
blacktop
if the
company.
county would do it.
Homes or Julius or one of the ones local around here, what would they charge? Because the big guys ain't gonna do it. Do we have an extra $50,000 to fix on these streets?
Not with this,
Huh?
not with the police department right now.
What's the
Well,
name?
then if we
What's the,
do that with the
treasurer's name?
50,000, my concern
Treasurer.
would be
Well,
that,
Treasurer, do we have enough money, like $50,000 in the account?
not right now, Ed, there's
We don't?
not extra money, everything has been appropriated out
So we're
for
locked up.
that, you know? And, you know, when we do like projects, like you said,
We need
patch that up
matching
and that, when we apply for grants, they actually do like a point system. Excuse me. The better we make it look, our point value goes down on us trying to get those type of grants. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry. But yeah, it's really, Dan can tell you, he's had experience from when he was mayor that, you know, when the engineer would come out and we would apply to get something, we'd miss it because we was like 20 points short or 20 points over for the different things.
And you use your general funds to pick it up and go
Yeah,
back in, I
yeah,
understand that.
Yeah.
But-
Right now, like the general fund, you know, is, we run maintenance out of that, but we also have, you know, street money that comes down from federal to state, county to us.
To maintain.
You know, to maintain certain
Correct.
things, like US 50 out here, River Road, Brewers Parkway, whatever you call it. We only get about $5,000 a year from the state for that highway.
But
And
we don't
most,
maintain the highway.
yeah, well, most of it, you know, is to take care of the aprons or whatever you call it that go out when you exit onto it.
Yeah.
And you know, we also pay for the lighting out there. There's, that lighting out there every month is close to $300 a month. And the traffic lights out there, I mean, it's just a whole big pot that everything gets pulled out of. Grants really help us a lot.
Well, and I'm not against grants. If you get grants, that's fine, there's no way you can do it. But it just seems like we need to work, concentrate a little bit on our infrastructure more than we do our pleasure stuff. Because, you know, you have the police department, you know you're gonna pay overtime. And if I was a young kid, I might not work this Saturday, but next Saturday I'm working because it's 4th of July. I get triple time. And who wouldn't do it? It's set up. It's set up there. That's why they're working it. And I don't blame them one bit. But that's already in the budget, because you know that's gonna hit. Somebody's gotta work that day, and somebody's gonna get paid that day. Even if it's a Monday, I mean, they'll pick it up, and if you're part-time, it's an ideal way to do it. So what is it with our police department now? I mean, fill me in. Full-time chief, and how many,
We're up to
Three.
5 total,
we got 5 full-time guys?
not full-time.
1 full-time?
3 full-time and
So we got 24, we don't have 24 coverage then.
Monday through Friday we do.
Monday through Friday.
And the weekends are open to the
we
county?
do have weekends, some of it covered, and we got a part-timer that's in training that's gonna be filling in some weekends
Yeah.
right now.
That's the,
So when's the most of this crime being done? Saturday and Sunday?
Probably every day.
Every day. across the
Every day of the week.
I would say every day.
Well, I would say
No
we're
matter
short of
just
money,
what
once
it is.
you make sure somebody works Saturday and Sunday
That's what I
nights,
said, yeah.
and then take 2 days off during the week, and don't have it.
Yeah, keep saying
it's called
I
mandatory.
mean-
Do it, yeah, just do Tuesday, Wednesday, we don't have it. Because by Monday, everybody's drunk or they're hungover, so they ain't gonna mess with you.
Totally agree.
So you go
The
Tuesday, Wednesday.
the houses like by her and by me, it's every day of the week.
Oh, they don't.
They don't stop.
They don't take
Well,
a day
the
off.
police have none, they can't do anything, or is this just nothing being addressed?
I know, I have the videos of them dealing drugs, and I took it to Hamilton County, DEA, or whatever, the drug enforcement. It's not enough evidence, is what they tell me. They take people out of there who have overdosed. It's still not enough evidence to go in. So you tell, I mean,
Their hands are tied and certain. That's why I
Yeah.
said I'm gonna try to help too with video, but it's like still they have to have something.
And the other problem is
Have undercover
the homeless
actually
people.
buying it or something.
I mean,
Well, they used to go to the car wash.
well, up on
Themselves,
Second
right?
Tan, behind my house, there was a brush fire up there because there's a homeless camp up there in the woods, and the guy caused a fire up there one weekend.
Do they come into town at all?
Huh?
Do they come down here in town? Does everybody recognize the homeless?
Oh, I know who they are. They're,
Oh, there's a bunch of
yeah,
I've seen
There's a lot
a couple of them
We
with
got 3
mine.
cats.
yeah,
There's a lot of them in this town.
yeah.
There's a little village down there.
I had people
Is it really?
sleeping on mattresses out in driveways.
When you come across where McDonald's is, so you
There's a
come
homeless
down there, yeah.
down in that old, nice little village
Yeah,
down
well,
there.
You can't see them now because of the trees.
There's something going on.
Right now you can't see it because of the trees. But up on Second Tan, they said they tore down the guy's camp, but it's right back up. I mean, he's right back up there.
that's what happens too. They tear it down, rip it out, throw
Yeah,
things
burn it.
away. And
I mean,
then
Burn
they come
Just
back.
burn it up.
My thing is if he causes a fire up there it's by Laney Jane Trail, that's all woods. It's gonna go up if somebody doesn't catch it right away.
I just get frustrated when I see this, and just like, my God, the streets are just getting, I mean, they're really bad. And
Yep.
Phillips Green was terrible, I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah,
But the main driveway, there's a lot of traffic coming off this new subdivision.
yeah.
You still back out of the driveway, you don't back out no more. I mean, it's all, in the morning and at night, there's a lot of traffic comes down through here. And that, you know, like you said, the doctor, I think, you know, he really puts pride in. The guy bought the car wash done, the apartment's just sold to investors. Mr. Brown sold his
Oh,
apartment.
did you sell those finally?
Oh, so we'll finally get the garbage cleaned up there, maybe.
So maybe some new outfit might be worse, it might be better, I don't know.
Hopefully
Paid $4
better.
million for it, so we'll see what happens. But, it's got downhill for a while, I used to keep it nice, but that garbage is like, you know, all over the place.
Yeah.
But the thing is, on any other property we own, if the police in the village stay on you, tough, people don't wanna come in them. They don't wanna even be in that area, because, you know, they know they can't get away with it.
Okay.
Do you have a guy who goes around and does inspections for zoning, or is there a zoning?
Yep, we have a code enforcement.
Ed Linden's met.
What, is that anything you ever come up with geysers, or? I mean, there's
Yep.
weeds all over.
He is working on it.
Oh, you are working on it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's all you gotta say.
Yep, that's what I said.
I didn't hear you say that.
Yep.
Yep. All right, that's all I had to say.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Did anyone else from the audience have anything?
I just
Council,
want
we
to add
need
in
to
real
go.
quick. This may be for the code enforcer. Should I just make an appointment with him as well though? But across the street too, one day we were outside, it was during the winter. He's got like a flume or something on top and the flames were shooting. I was like, Marcus, look at that. And we were looking for, I don't know, maybe a minute. And all of a sudden he popped out of the window with like
Yeah, that'd
snow
be a
on his
fire
face and he's got a
department
bucket up there. If you drive past and you look at, there's an orange bucket up there, it's for emergencies. I mean, he's got water in there, he's tapping it. That cannot be good for either side. If he,
Because that house catches on fire, y'all are going to.
he's so, I'm across, but he's so close to this one here, and this one ain't far, but there's a gap, but he's so close that if he caught on fire, it'd be a mess for the whole street, for sure.
It's in your hand.
For sure. But they were chopping wood, like furniture, you know, treated wood, so we had to smell that, and like,
You're supposed to.
what, exactly, what do you do, because you know they're cold, but it's like, I don't know. But then they got the building inspector dude, I know he's trying to get in too. They got a camera, so when they knock,
Right.
nobody answers them, when they go in and they're all active, it's hard.
Mayor, I make a motion, we go into executive
Thank you.
session.
I'll
I
second.
second.
Motion by Dan Pillow to go into executive session, second by Ann Pillow. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan?
Yay.
Dan Pillow? Jennifer Wiehe?
Yay.
Kathy Byess?
Yeah.
Ann Pillow?
And hello.
Let me turn to see what's happening.
Al Glick?
Yay.
Ken Jackson?
Yay.
Terry, what is your last name?
Phillips,